Okay, good morning. Today we have very special, very important guest in our program, Ambassador Aziz Khan. He has been a diplomat for several decades in South Asia as well as outside. So Ambassador Khan, welcome. Okay, now since you have been working for South Asian issues more than 40 years.
Well, I was ambassador in India and also the Director General for South Asia in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So I had spent about 40
years for the government of Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about strategic implication of South Asian economical integration today. Now tell me, like, according to your experience, how do you evaluate current status of economical integration in South Asia in general?
Well, the economic integration of South Asia really hasn't reached the desired level and the potential that it holds and the promise that it holds. That has mainly been because of the dissensions and problems that we have had, particularly the problems between India and Pakistan, which holds the progress of the entire region back. But otherwise, the potential is enormous and it needs to be exploited. Pakistan has excellent economic relations, for example, and free trade agreement with Sri Lanka. Pakistan has close economic relations with Bangladesh, with the other members of Bhutan and Maldives. Naturally, by the nature of the situation, the economic integration is not that extensive, and also to a certain extent not that much potential as far as Pakistan itself is concerned. But particularly in trade. But we can have, and of course the newest member of SAARC, Afghanistan, Pakistan has very close relations, 2,500 kilometers long border, free movement of people and about $1.5 billion worth of bilateral trade between the two countries.
But Ambassador Khan, now since you have like observed and experienced different phases of the relationship now, and you might have seen now recently we are talking more about integration, cooperation, politically, the otherwise. Now, do you think there's a serious viability or economical benefit of being integrated unit, because we have been kind of designed as competitors to sell to European market or rest North American market. So, do you think there are opportunities for cooperation?
There are tremendous opportunities for cooperation. First of all, when we talk about economic integration, we are not simply talking about trade. We are talking about other things also, which influence the economy. And for example, we have to look at South Asia now, today's world, with the climate change and everything, and particularly because of the water stress that particularly the subcontinent is going to suffer, and more so Pakistan. There is tremendous water potential that needs to be exploited jointly as an integrated unit in South Asia. Bhutan and Nepal have tremendous potential for the production of hydropower, and since the entire region is starved for energy, that could be a joint approach to exploitation of those resources would be extremely important. And we can, I have personally felt that we should have a South Asian and electric power grid, exploiting that potential in Bhutan and Nepal, which will be economically good for them. They will earn revenue out of it, and we would, Pakistan and India, for example, can meet the requirements of energy that they need. So it will be a win-win situation for everyone.
Okay, so now then let's say we are going for that. Now, what are the opportunities or obstacles of getting into that kind of cooperation level?
You see, the main obstacle, particularly, since the foundation of SAARC also, the main obstacle has been the India-Pakistan difficult situation, and which has impeded progress in economic areas. But we are trying to resolve those issues, and lately I must say things have been improving and bilaterally between India and Pakistan, and I hope that we can overcome all the outstanding issues, resolve those outstanding issues. Pakistan has now taken the step of granting the most favored interest to India. India recently announced that they would allow Pakistani investment in Pakistan. Pakistan has allowed Indian investment since '92. When the economic reforms took place and we opened our economy, there was no restriction of India investing in Pakistan, although now investment has come to Pakistan. So I hope that now with these new openings, people will take advantage and the economies of both countries will benefit from it.
But I also want to ask an additional question now. How do you see the imbalance of size or the economic size of the economy? Pakistan is the second largest, where India is dominantly large compared to other smaller countries. How do you think there's a natural match between those countries? Or
well, it is. You see, what we are talking about here is not competition. We are talking of cooperation with each other. And in that sense, for example, even in India, Pakistan equation, there are several products that India needs that Pakistan makes. India is a huge market, so Pakistan can benefit from that. I mean, and Pakistani textiles particularly, they are very well liked in India. Then we can have South Asia as a whole can have joint ventures to go into the world market. I mean, South Asia as an economic region should go to exploit and explore the world market, and there tremendous potential in this where we can cooperate. Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India, and so on can cooperate to have manufacturing, cooperation in manufacturing, enjoy, benefit from each other's advantages that they specifically have. So I think there is a tremendous possibility in that.
because you as a person who has worked for the government for so many years, when you see this kind of future, or when you're saying this word, it's very inspiring for us. So I want to ask you now, if we have integrated South Asia economically, what are the strategic implications? What are the security challenges? I don't know, we are known also for terrorism, smuggling, illegal trade. So what are the challenges we will have, non-economical challenges of having integrated economy?
You see, the problem of terrorism now is a worldwide phenomenon. It's almost becoming a universal phenomenon, and it would require very close cooperation in order to fight that menace. And the better relations that we have, that would be helpful in fighting that. That there's no other way out, because now these terrorists move freely across borders. If they are threatened in one place, they shift elsewhere and so on. So we need to have cooperation.
And they cooperate anyway.
And in case we have economic integration and we have more cooperative relationship with each other, that would encourage the governments also to pay attention to these problems rather than create problems for each other. Right. I have always felt, particularly in the case of India, Pakistan, where there have been tense relationships, that it is imperative that India and Pakistan cooperate, particularly to fight the menace of terrorism. So economic integration will make it, will encourage the governments even more to cooperate in these areas, and also to address whatever security or strategic challenges that this entire region faces. Because it will be in the mutual interest of everybody. So if in one particular corner there is some problem which threatens peace and security of the entire region, obviously if the region thinks that it's an integrated economic unit, they would feel obliged that let's get rid of this menace. So it should be good for these two.
Okay, so now let's say, what is the role Pakistan can play in this scenario?
So Pakistan has been playing its role right from the beginning when the idea of a South Asian cooperation started. We were in the forefront as far as the creation of SAARC was concerned. When Bangladesh president came up with the initiative, Pakistan fully supported it. Since then, as far as that SAARC anti-terrorism thing is concerned, in that also Pakistan has played a very positive and important role. In SAFTA as well, we have, in fact, the SAFTA agreement was signed in the SAARC summit which was held in Islamabad in 2004. So we are very much desirous that the entire region gets economically integrated, and also in order to achieve that objective, resolve all the outstanding issues that exist between any two countries.
My last question, since you are like not only Pakistani expert but also South Asian expert, so I would like to ask what Sri Lanka can play in this integrated process.
Well, Sri Lanka is a very important country of the region, and Sri Lanka has the advantage of probably having the highest rate of literacy, which means that can also provide a large percentage of qualified manpower. And as far as the Sri Lankan economy is doing very well these days, so I think Sri Lanka can play a very important positive role, and for the entire region. But specifically between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, we have a very close and cooperative relationship going back decades. So I think that will probably continue and flourish.
Thank you, Ambassador Khan. Thank you for your time.